Pounders, welcome back. 2 streams today. Right now, we have to hit the Dachshund, as well as we're going to catch up on BBM draft, like number 88. So that's what we're going to do right now. We actually already snuck into a BBM room. But something I want to touch on, I know a lot of you guys are slow drafters. I have a few slows still going from like the MMG. And right now, where we have this sneaky news on players like Generic Prince, players over in Indy for the potential RB2 role, as you know, everyone right now thinks it's Hull, but Sermon, obviously the training camp hero again this year, is getting some buzz. We'll go Tyreek Hill here to catch up on our BBM shares. This feels good to get him at 4. We don't want to be at 3% Hill. That's a little scary. 5%, like, you know, that's a comfy blanket. 5% is a comfy blanket. But if you have slow drafts on contests that have already filled, right, where this new news can be valuable to you, I think that is going to be an enormous edge if obviously that hits. That's called leveraging 99% of the field, which is a beautiful thing, and it could get you unique in the finals. And especially if that's if you have an injury to the RB1 in one of those offenses, like, you're freaking cooking. I mean, we all saw what it did for Kyron last year, and he didn't even need an injury. They just freaking cut Cam Akers. So no, we don't expect that to happen for JT. We don't expect that to happen for Pacheco. It would require an injury, but definitely good leverage pieces there in those tournaments for slow drafts that have already started. And people aren't clicking those guys. Those contests are already filled. Smooth Criminal in the house. What's up, baby? What's going on, man? Dropping some spoons. We have Tyler, Emo Cowboy, with us tonight, as well as Bestball Guy, going to join us at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Hey. Yeah, we were night drafting. We caught up on limbs, so I'm guessing it was an eliminator. Bobert in the house. What's up, dude? Appreciate you guys coming out. Happy Saturday. It's officially a war zone now. Trying to catch up on all of our drafts. We're at 89 eliminators. This contest is filling quick. We want to get to 100. Should be easy. It's around 87% full. We want to get to 50 weekly winners. That's like the low goal. And then, obviously, BBM, we're going to be maxing. So we're at 90. This is going to be BBM number 91. I would love if they dropped, like, another Dalmatian, but guess what? The Rottweiler's pretty sick, too. We're going to be ripping all 4 Rottweilers. I want to say tomorrow we'll do a stream probably around 10 a.m. Subscriber mode on for chat. Well, we do have the subscriber goal, Al Boogs. Now that you mention it, we're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream this summer if we can reach 2K before NFL kickoff. All right, are we okay with the chalk here, or do we just go a little bit of a falling Olaves? Let's do a little bit of a falling Olaves with a little bit of a falling Hill here, and maybe we get different. Let's go to bestballoverlay.com, and look how quick this is to pull up portfolio. Bingo, go here, and let's just see if this is a unique combo for us, because it is. Oh, we psyched. It's a good morning. BBOC GM's about to go do my first redraft. No overlay necessary. Thanks, Pat. Here's your like. It's not for everyone, but the amount of value you get for $20, even if you're not going to use the overlay and you're just going to see your exposures, you want to see the combinations, you want to see player movement, absolutely insane. And then the whole graphs, digesting your portfolio for what actual weeks you're targeting, what matchups you're targeting in the playoffs is just so insane. Such a value. And such a value this time of year, too. You could still fix your portfolio. DK is usually what we're slapping here. what if we mix in a little Henry? Henry at 45. Let's go wide receiver heavy this morning. Why not? I mean, no overlay for redraft. Yeah, right. Dude, redraft is just a different animal. I have a couple drafts coming up with my buddies, and one of them's a double keeper league, and we're keeping Garrett Wilson in like the 11th and Rashee Rice in like the 13th or something crazy. Last year was a sell year too, so we have 2 picks in the first, 2 picks in the second, 1 pick in the third, 2 picks in the fourth. The year before we won, so trying to manipulate which years you win. This is the 5th year the league is run. We won 2 out of the 4. This year we should be a heavy favorite to win with another like 2 teams that also sold other picks. So it's interesting to get into some different types of redraft leagues. That one really interests me. This year, towards the end of like the trade deadline, those teams that are in the middle that want to make a push for the playoffs might sell next year's picks for like, players like Josh Allen, players that you can't keep. So it's a very interesting league. This is actually a BBM. We're gonna run the Dachshund after this contest. Want to get into one BBM this morning. See what we have for competition. I don't recognize anyone in this room. If you guys somehow snuck into this one, let me know where you're at. But we have one other red badge in this room. Double RB start. I want to check up actually on Derrick Henry's movement over the course of... Okay, so we started at 32. So the movement really isn't that crazy. From 32, 33, let's say, to 29 and a half, just a few picks since May. It's interesting. And this just helps you for the end of season too. Maybe you weren't fully in tune. Maybe you don't 100% remember all the ADPs for Underdog, especially in BBM. It's been open for so long. You want to make sure that people weren't getting DK or Derrick Henry at pick 45. You can just go over to our tool, type in any player's name, and find their movement, their history. This guy's going 1 receiver through 4 rounds. Dude, this is some trust. These guys got some serious trust in themselves. Give us Sam Laporte at 45. I would have been hyped. Would have definitely been hyped. Now what do? Do we take the fallen, uncorrelated Jalen Hurts and try to make it work? Do we go Patty Mahomeskis? Just so much pain. Let's go Mahomes. Let's go Mahomies. Jay in the house. What's up, dude? My guy. Hashtag my guy. Let's get in our own live stream. Let's like our own video like an absolute savage. Like number 12. If we get up to 30 likes, we're going to rip another draft after this. How'd you get the ADP movement graph? That's an update, boy. It's just an update on bestballoverlay.com. Promo code Pounders, all caps, for 33% off. It brings it from $30 a month to just $20, less than 1 BBM. All you have to do is click on a player. That's it. And you can add another player to compare, which is pretty sick. So Josh just working around this website around the clock, just adding as much EV as possible for you guys into one tool. Very nice. Very nice. What do we want to do here? Man, gone are the days that you can get a KC piece back to you at 69. I don't have a lot of Hollywood. I also want to mix in a weird combination too. But let's go Hollywood here. Maybe we get Maybe we get the Kittle fall would be nice to that ADP. At 69 would basically be right on ADP. I like sort of mixing these elite QBs and elite tight ends, but if I could guarantee a KC piece coming back, I would do it. And before you used to be able to do that, so yeah, exactly, Alpha. Nice. Nice. All right. Let's pin this. And let's drop a little poll. Let's see. Let's troll. Okay, we also have a stream tonight at 8:15 p.m. We're going to be featuring Emo Cowboy as well as the BBG, the guy. Andrews goes at 59. K-Bro. This name looks familiar. Johnny! What's up, brother? Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. Like, if you guys don't like it within a week of you signing up, I'll legit just refund you. That's how confident I am that you guys are going to love the tool. Oh my God. Look at this text I get. Like, these are... Should we add another league? Fantasy Keeper League. I was just talking about this. I don't even know if you could see that. Another Keeper League. Come on. This is a vicious league. On ESPN, that's tough. That's tough. I'll have to... Anyone want to co-own this with me? I need a co-owner. Are we just going to go... Oh, shit. Are we going to get the double here? That would be exciting. A-Rich it... We can't go A-Rich. Give us Worthy, bro. Come on. One time. A-Rich at 68 is a dream, my friend. It's a dream. How do we tell him? The fuck? What the? We're getting the Patty Mahomes double here. We're not effing around. 3 bye week 6s. Who cares? Andrews has been sliding a little bit. Dude, the A-Rich slide, though. I wish we were in a position to scoop this. If he comes back to us at 76, god damn, that's going to be tempting, but I know we should be probably touching on our first RB. I'm about it. Let's run it. You want to co-own this with me, Shock? You want to co-own this league? I hate that it's on ESPN. Ugh. Tragic. This is sick, though. We get a little double stack with KC. Probably get like Warren or something as a bringback on this. What's the entry on this? $100. Kind of wish it was like 2. D-Hop at 76. Let's go Chicago, San Fran. We're not going to have any minis with this. Let's go Demont. We don't have a Detroit piece. It just feels good to get at least one Detroit piece. You're just leveraging, if that hits, you're just leveraging so many elite pieces. Pieces that go early, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra, Gibbs. We almost got Sam Laporta at 45. Instead, we get Mahomes, Stacky, and then a double. We'll take it. It's hard to complain there. It's hard to complain. Yeah, also not a fan of ESPN. Gotta pad those Yahoo stats. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Yahoo stats are disgusting. It's like 35 teams, like 10 or 11 first place finishes. Just over like a 55% win rate. It's not like I have a crazy win rate. I just have always targeted the playoffs. So this like week 17 thing I've been doing since I was like 18, like 15 years ago. Trading key pieces at the end for players that had better playoff schedules. Like, been doing it. Eric, nice price on Worthy. Yeah, we'll take it. We get the slide for the double stack. Feels good. On the way back around, I'm thinking about stacking on the RB side here. We could also try to get Pat Fry for that game. But it does feel good when it comes back around to us to double tap at RB in this range. And then maybe, just maybe you're getting Goddard at 117. There's a teardrop there, in my opinion. And then probably just hitting running back again. But a lot of those like 0 RB teams that are like sharp players that everyone likes, they're being pushed up. Look at Chase Brown go off at 84. I love it. Sleepers where it's at. Yeah, I've been trying to convert people, but it's tough. It's a tough sell. I don't know if we're even going to get Warren here. Najee goes off at 86. Both of these RBs have been climbing. We have a shit ton of Najee, 19%. I would love to get Warren in this spot, but we'll see. I saw a guy, Skyline says, I saw a guy take all 3 Chargers running backs today. Like, I don't know who it is, but someone's going to hit. Someone's going to hit hard. Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. The way I see it is, it's probably not great for any one guy unless one guy is just like excluded or gets hurt. And then I could see 2 getting there, but one of these 2 guys, preferably Warren, which sounds crazy, Warren over Stevenson. This guy's got 3 RBs, so he's guaranteed to take Warren. Ooh, that was close. What a sicko. We have Jordan Addison sliding 2 to 93 as our wide receiver 6 is so sick. So sick. This is such a trap pick. Also by week 6. Such a trap pick. Stick to the plan, Pat. Stick to the plan. Okay. It works. Yeah, P47W. What's up, dude? I share that same sentiment with Houston wide receivers. From my first draft guide that popped out like February 20th, 24th, whatever. Right after the big board opened, basically a week after, we had Tank Dell as the guy you wanted. The only guy you wanted to draft early on. And of course, we faded Nico Collins. We faded Diggs for Tank Dell early. And that's, based on price, based on who's risen since then, it's been Dell. Dell's been the winner. Here we can compare on bestballoverlay.com. We'll add the 2 players. And now they're going in a similar range. So now I find myself actually mixing in some Diggs. But yeah, he started 45, 46. Just criminal. Obviously, big board, we didn't know about Diggs, but we did know about Nico Collins. And Nico Collins was going in the 2nd round. Njoku here's interesting. We can't rely on a late Chase Brown. One of these 2 is interesting. Do we try to get Goddard at... We have this mini week 17, which is fun too. But I think we should be going RB here. All right, let's lean into B-Rob. Only reason we're going B-Rob here is there is a small chance that we can get Tajay Spears to come back to us. Very small. But if we take Pollard, I actually don't mind going Pollard and Spears. Something we did in one of those, I want to say it was a single entry. One of the last single entries we did, we went Pollard and Spears because their price was pretty affordable. Could see them both getting there with the amount of run that the coach speak's been surrounding just like both guys getting a large work share. Could see it 50-50, 45-55, even 40-60. I'm comfortable with both. Houston wide receivers are a fade for me. Oh, shit. That's spicy. I could show you. Diggs right now, I'm at 2%. Dell, we're at 15%. Nico, I'm probably under. Nico, I'm right on field. What have I been doing with Nico, though? I've been pulling Nico up to like 14, 13, 15. Going Flowers here at 34, 35, 36. And then grabbing Lamar. And getting that Lamar, Flowers, Nico bring back. That's some huge brain shit. That's the shit I like doing in single entries or 4-entry maxes. If I get one pick at like, 9 through 12, I'll test the waters with something like that. Flea Flicker. Haven't even heard of it. Too many weapons. They're each going to have their day, it seems like. Okay, Spears does go off. You still have Singletary and Javonte. Fading fast. We will grab another RB at 124. Goddard does go at 109. This guy, just don't go RB, bro. Just like chill for a sec. QB2, we could go for... I don't love going Tua in this situation with Mahomes. So maybe we target right now. We could target Geno or Carr. Give us Singletary. Boy, there's so many QBs on the board. You sure you don't want one of them? None of them correlate. Fuck. Oh, shit. What do we have for ADP for Underdog? I don't mind pulling up Polk here. But I do want... Let's go Polk here. Let's go Polk. Live a little bit at 117. Go get your guys. Damn. On the way back around, I'm okay with going Zach Charbonnet. I'm okay with tapping into our first tight end with Freiermuth. Look at this. Freiermuth officially passes Schultz. 15% and 3%. So maybe we end up getting some more Schultz in our last 60 drafts. No. Hell no. Not unless it benefits me. Hey, Mike, we got to get you on the live stream, bro. We got to get you on anytime. It says Flea Flicker is the best. Another thing we could have done, we could have went T-Law and Gabe Davis, but I don't want to. I want to tap RB in this range. Gus Eddy at 124. Let's bring in Gus Eddy here. Obviously, going to be touchdown dependent, but we did bring in Polk. We have this mini week 17. We're at 3%, so we'll mix him in this spot. I think it makes sense. Also, are you guys drafting May with Mahomes? Because I do think by week 6, like on week 6, I have a good feeling about him playing. Johnny Wall and Corum. Corum's a great pick, but he went at 123, unfortunately. As this guy's RB1, that's wild. That's a true 0-0-0 RB team. I also like the Ford click there. I'm trying to think of end of season, though. Gus Eddy, 2 tutties on the ground against New England from 2 yards out. Probably like 60 yards on the ground. Gets like 18 points off that. Scoot in the house. What's up, baby? Have I taken any round 18 DN? Not to Neerick Prince. Not Trey Sermon. It's not popping off the top of my mind. DN. I'm probably going to be like, oh, yeah. but it's not popping. Who are we talking about? Literally no idea. He got me. He got me. Damn boy. Damn boy. Fired. You're fired, Josh. You're fired. But you gotta scroll down real far. Real far. I hear it's by the ankles. They want to give Eckler 300 touches while he left. Is there a world where Gus gets 300? Dude, Gus is a tough sell for me. Even like mixing him in here in a correlated situation, it's more so with the landscape of how the RBs are. I was clicking a lot of these RBs that rose, right? So now a few picks behind ADP, Gus doesn't feel as bad, but going to be touchdown dependent. Going to be very, very touchdown dependent, which in my opinion sort of limits the upside. Dawson not. Solid. Solid. Jared Goof off at 137. All right. Marshawn Lloyd's ideal for this team. And again, this is probably just going to end up a 3-titty team. Fuck. I mean, even Tua falls to 140. Trevor Lawrence goes off at 139. Those are some insane values. Not going Eckler with B-Rob here. Let's mix in a high upside rookie. You have the news with Jacobs with the groin injury. How much are we believing that Marshawn Lloyd's going to be redshirted? Screw that guy. Screw the beat. Fade the beat. We'll bring in Lloyd here, 141. Add a little upside to this room. We have plenty of floor. It's this is like David Montgomery and Gus Edwards are very touchdown dependent, but should have a pretty good floor, even if they don't get in the end zone. But that floor is like 6.5 points. Maybe, just maybe, this could be a Musgrave click. Have been going Musgrave over Cole Kmet. Haven't just been drafting a whole lot of Cole Kmet unless it's correlated anyways. This guy's got a 2-1-6-3 build. Excuse me? With Corum as as his RB1. What is going on, boy? This is a 2 out of 11 advance. 2 out of 11. We're calling it now. Let's go. I think Musgrave here is going to make a lot of sense. Algier goes off. Ty Chandler goes off. Yeah, some of those RBs we like. We'll tap into our first tight end at Musgrave, our first Green Bay piece. Big happy. Big happy. All right. Let's tell my dude. I got to think on it. I'll get back to you tonight. Wild. I'm trying to drop leagues. I'm trying to drop redraft leagues. We're just going to have to... We might just have to man up and do it, though. We might just have to man up and do it. ER7 in the house, man. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. And no lie, you got the best poll questionnaire out there. Hit the sub. 24-hour live stream, 2K subs. We can do it. It's going to require those guys on the Twitter machine. I see you. I know you're staring directly at the YouTube link. You just got to click the picture, jump over here, sign in, hit the sub. We can get there together. Gonna have some crazy guests on the block for that 24-hour live stream. I hope it happens. I'm fully in support. Now, I know it's gonna be pretty difficult. We'll get there. Ooh. Dave Canales says RB Jonathan Brooks will not play a snap this preseason. Says he was expected this spring. Something around week 3, week 4 would be great. But that doesn't mean Brooks won't be active before then. Oh, give me the Brooks slide. We've been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting. Damn, only 9% in BBM. God damn. God damn. Where's the Chuba? Where's the Chuba? Oh, man. Man. I was hoping that was going to be higher. Now, we're at 12.5%, so it's not too far off from our post-NFL draft percent, but seemed higher. What do we draft this morning? Right now, we're in a BBM. Ooh, Gino goes off early. That's kind of throwing us for a loop now. I'm okay with going late May, though. Let's go Gibson here. Lock up our... If we go Gibson, we can only go 7 receivers. Is that okay? That should be okay. I want McMillan too, though. McMillan's more important. I understand it's 14 picks out, but we want to lock him up. 2K subs, I want to mass this draft. Dude, the risk 1K to win 20K just doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. Split a big dog? Oh, I'll do a big dog on the 24-hour live stream. We could probably get 4 people on this. 125 each. I'll rip 2 big dogs. The fact that Liam Murphy beat us out by like 3 points last year is so cringe, with Tyreek Hill playing half of the game week 14. Is this guy going to draft his second RB here? And if so, can it be anyone but Antonio Gibson? Oh, this guy's going ham. A 2193. August is so fun. We love August. I also like Antonio Gibson here, especially if we're going to be mixing in May at the end. I like Ray Day too, but give us that little New England double stack. Javon Baker making plays again in practice. I still think the last report that I saw on the Discord was they're not sure who they're going to play yet in their first preseason game. Bowers multiple touchdowns in practice today from Aiden O'Connell. Yes. We should be getting a Brooks fall later tonight, so I'm curious where he's going to go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want him to fall, and I want to basically catch up on price. So we were fading. We were fading for a good amount of time, and we were really just selecting him when he fell. Or when we had the right RB room. We weren't bringing him in as like RB1 or RB2. Ooh. Send me the team. Let's give him the email. All right. QB2 here. Is Drake May still there? Drake May is still there. We still have Derek Carr as a backup for Olave. Fun rookies we have here. Polk, Worthy, and McMillan. Receiver room's tight. Tyreek, Olave, DK, Hollywood, Worthy. We have the double stack KC, Polk, McMillan, Musgrave. We have the bring back week 17 with Jalen Warren in the KC game. Montgomery, Warren, B-Rob, Gus Edwards, Lloyd, and Gibson. So far, so good. If Jonnu comes back, I say we go Jonnu first. I say we go Jonnu first here. Yeah, we're going to do a Dachshund after this, I think. Let's check the likes. Let's check the likers. 40 likes? You guys are too kind, man. You guys are way too kind. This guy's going Jonnu. Yeah, I just saw he had one tight end. He didn't want the correlated. Oh, fuck. It was still correlated. We suck. Let's go Drake May here. We have the Chargers bring back as well with Gus. If we did decide to go Carr, we would have Musgrave week 16, but I think that's it. Yeah, we don't have a Vegas piece. I can't do the Hill. Dude, this guy just goes Justice Hill is RB2. Oh, no. He read that he's going to be a starter. Like, that basically means he, like, makes the team. Can't read into that, boy. Can't read into that. It's too much weight. It's too much weight. Maybe we could have gone Carr too with the late Juwan double stack would have been fun. Again, no week 17 game stack, but this would have also been a good option. Also would have been a good option. We'll lean into some uncertainty here. Maybe a less common pairing as well, Mahomes and Drake May for the playoffs. Starting special teams. Baker off at 197. Our Baker's down to 9%. 8%, which is fine. Dude. 2582. This team looks pretty good. Levis and Tua. Definitely a little lighter on QB. But the double stack in Tennessee, definitely leaning into his team stacks, which is nice. Laporte and Jonnu's a fun stack. I like that team. Get a run at QB. Now you're getting reports that Fields is in the mix for starting. It was going to be a QB competition no matter what. I still think Russ is the initial starter pending injury. And then, and we've been saying this, but is Russ a little risky with Justin Fields in the red zone taking over some of those shares, some of those snaps? Could be a pain in the ass. Just like Taysom Hill is going to be a pain in the ass for Derek Carr in the red zone. Again, it seems like. Again. I miss the days of Taysom Hill as a tight end. What about you boys? I miss the days as Taysom Hill tight end. Pick 130. 110 in weekly winners. Those were good times. Those were good days. Josh, yeah. For some people, it was just like a headache. It was just a headache. It's simple. Just never click a Pittsburgh. I'm assuming he means QB. We have a 2672. It's gonna be a tighty. It's gonna be a tighty. Who's you guys' favorite last round tight end right now? Who are you slapping? Who are you slapping? Right now, for me, it's probably between Gesicki or Sanders. I want a couple more reports on Theo Johnson. He's being mixed in with the ones. He is green, but I do think he could have some upside towards the end of the season. I mean, if Sinnett's there, we'll go Sinnett, I guess. Like, it's just, I don't love it. I want to bump down Sinnott even more than 194. I'm going to have to make a mental note of that. I think we're just going to end up slapping Jaceki here. Don't have a Cincinnati piece. Get pieces on elite offenses. I hear it's a decent idea. LA Rams or Cincy. 2-2 Atwell. Likely it's not on the board, but I like likely. We're, I think, 11 or 12% likely right now. I'd like that to even be higher. No pun intended. All right. Who's jumping in the draft with me? Who's jumping in? Dachshund, the 4 entry max. 2 out of 12, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 6, 150 seat final, 60% full right now. 30K, 20K. So that drop off is usually second place would be 50% of first. In this case, it's 66% at 20K. So the drop off's even less. And then 15K. So this is probably going to be very top heavy of a contest, which means, I see. So you advance and they're not paying out. Is this the first? They don't pay out the first advance. And they might not even pay out this one. Someone do the math. 28K. On what? Let's just go to all rules. They do it for us. So when do the payments start? Not that it matters. Okay, so 4,600 teams. Okay, so it starts here in round 2. So you have to make it past week 15. So the payments start week 16, which is nice, right? $8 contest. They're making it more top heavy. You're not getting basically your break even price, and they're putting that money basically for higher upside, higher payouts in the finals. I prefer that, especially in these lower entry contests. What about you guys? I like that a lot. Sinnott seeing a first year for McBride, in my opinion. I think Ertz will be viable this season. Yeah, the coach speak around Ertz getting red zone opportunities and like being in the plans for the red zone. Not ideal. Did we already fill the Dachshund? One sec. Did I already do? I already did 4. I'm gonna have to rip a Rottweiler. Oh, I did 3. And then I have a slow. We're switching plans, boys. We're switching plans. We're doing the Big Brother contest. The Rottweiler, the $25 less entry, 13,500. Still a 4 entry max. Love these. 2 out of 12, 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 90 seat final, smaller final. This isn't a big fall off from second. Top 5 get 10K, 9K, 8K. So this, again, I believe is going to be top heavy. It is. Oh, I love these. Making the finals in one of these feels really good. Obviously, you have to get inside the top 51, top 50 to get a G note. That's really nice, though. With the 90-seat final. 90-seat final. Top 10%, so 9th. Be 7K. So sick. All right, and it's a 20-second draft. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, what did we do? Oh, dear, what did we do? Plus 11. Plus 11. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. All right, boys? Stay in your lane. Yeah. No one's... I agree. We're looking for that nut outcome where we make the finals and we get a top 1% finish. Give me more money at the top. We're not playing to, get our $8 back. We're squeeze as much money out of a sun run as possible. This is a better version of the Golden. I agree. Yeah, I didn't realize we had a slow draft ripping. Heard the interview with Ertz on the pivot. He's on the comeback trail. Even we've seen these old tight ends come in and just be bothersome for for the guys that are already there. I mean, we saw it last year with freaking Jimmy Graham, of all people. Of all people. So, +1, waiting on the Rottweiler. Now we have to change the thumbie. Now we got to change the title. That's fine. No, we don't. The title's 4 entry max. Title's accurate. The thumbie, guess what? You get a higher stakes contest. And we're in the luscious 7 spot. Looks like we're getting an RB start. Unless it's a Monra. It's probably going to be one of these 4. We're just going to have our BBM exposures up. Or maybe I set it to all drafts. Let's get the all drafts exposure up. It's been a minute. Because we haven't drafted any puppies or anything like that. Let's set it and refresh. Much more balance you're going to see in the first round, especially the 15% Garrett Wilson over Puka. There's the large stand in the first round. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Again, this is 20-second picks. So your phone starts buzzing after 10 seconds. Get the juices flowing. Gets y'all nervous. Phone starts vibrating. You have some gross build. 1, 2. No. It'd be more like a 1, 4, 2. That's a gross start. All right. CMC starting at 2. Mike grabbing his receiver early. I want to say there's a shit ton of pounders in here. We have the underzet. There's a meme. Shock in the 11 over the Ryan at 12. Ruben at 8. Let me know who's in the live chat and I'll cover your team. If you don't let me know where you're at and you want to be ghosty in the background, guess what? Not getting your team covered. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. No ghosting. Or we just have to stay quiet, and that's just as annoying. 1,842 sub-a-dubbas, 158 away from... Ooh. We're going Chase at 7. We're going Chase at 7. 158 away from the 24-hour live stream. I would love to hit this by mid-og. Ooh, Gibbs at 9. Bijan pulled up to 6. Okay. Definitely going to want Burrow here with this team. Denver, Cleveland. $90-seat final, too. So it's going to play a little more like a cash game. I just think Burrow's also just a good value for where he's at. Especially, like, you're leaning into Chase at 7. Then you're leaning into Burrow being healthy and having a good season. Jeremy at 4. Charles at 10. Cheese. Oh, yeah, I did see you in a few rooms last night. Jeremy at 4, the icon. That's right. H.N. Gibbs start for deal. $18. Probably a little less owned. Not that it matters, but let's go JT here. We'll probably bring it back with 2 more receivers. Decent spot for me to get JT here. Couple picks after with a couple picks after on Jamar Chase, getting a little more unique. Chase typically going at 4 or 5. Am I crazy for A.J. Brown over Brees and Bijan? No, there's a lot of people doing that. Part of it is knowing what room you're in and how the draft is going to run out. If I see I have like 4 or 5 badgeless people, 6 badgeless, like I'm going the RB there. I think they do have elite upside. I think there is a chance that one of those 2 can outscore CMC. I think it's in their realm of possibilities. But if you're in high stakes, especially, the receivers get pushed up. Receivers get pushed up in high stakes because people don't want to be boxed. So even if that means going receiver 2 through 3 rounds at minimum, it's kind of necessary. I like the RBs in the first round, though. Not going to lie. We're overweight on both of them. DK off at 28. Devonta Smith at 27. Kyron off. DJ Moore off. That's fine. Do we really want to go double anchor RB? We're going to go double anchor. Both by week 14. Not too worried about it right now. This will be a different build. So now we're almost forced to double tap receiver at 42.55, which kind of puts us, when you do this, in my opinion, you're out of the running for elite QB. You're out of the running for elite tight end just because you're on catch-up mode. We'll see if we get a falling value of someone we like and pray. Basically pray. Hopkins ADP's already changed quite a bit. Yeah, going in the upper 70s now. Basically going back to where his ADP started for BBM. Puka, Marv, Tank Dell, and T. Higgins. Garrett Wilson, Drake London, George Pickens. Can't bury us. We refuse to be buried. We refuse. We'll literally go Josh Allen if he falls to us at 42. Surprise shock doesn't go for the Josh Allen. Yeah, we figured Jalen Hurts here with AJ Brown. Makes sense. Deal has 0 receivers, so you can lock this in for a receiver. Ruben at 8 with Brees, Olave, and Diggs. Goes Michael Pittman. We'll bring in Kirk here. It was going to be important to get one receiver by Kirk, in my opinion. That was the hope. And it almost fell short. Like, we needed a crazy outcome for that not to happen. It almost happened. We almost did get boxed. If this is a receiver... Oh, spice. Definitely spicy. All right, Josh Allen goes at 43. Yeah, we force ourselves into a corner there. But we're looking for elite seasons from Henry and Taylor. Could just end up in a crazy, crazy, crazy amount of points if both of these guys can finish in the top 5. Plus single game slate stuff, like being able to leverage touchdowns from Lamar, especially rushing touchdowns with Henry, is important. JT, same thing with the rushing QB with A-Rich. Mahomes goes at 47. Lit up, also going a little high T-star, going RB with Barkley. McCaffrey brings in Cooper Kupp at 26, and then goes Mahomes. Etienne off at 48. Positive day for both Brissett and Drake May. I'd say by week 6. You guys have any strong convictions of when Drake May is going to play? Really feels like, just with the pick investment, if you're not getting him out there by week 6, just sort of, you're starting to waste time on developing your rookie QB. Bring in Ridley here at 55. Again, with the Hopkins news. You should get a slight rise out of Ridley. It hasn't happened yet. But if that injury can continue to nag Hopkins, you're going to get a little extra value out of Ridley. Scoot saying week 1. Ant saying I'm out on the Pats. I know they want to run the ball a lot. I like Hunter Henry's my most owned Patriot. Let's actually peek the New England. 24% Stevenson. 25% Henry. A lot of Antonio Gibson. Decent amount of Drake May. Not a Pat Kerrane amount, but good amount, 11%. Baker 11%. Mixing the Bourne pick. He's got an ADP for us. Douglas Polk, I would love for this to be 8%. Be able to get there. Plenty of time, plenty of drafting left in good old sweet August. Get to play catch up. If A-Rich shouldn't fall to us. We have the Pittman drafter right here at the 8 spot. We're hoping this is a Pittman click. Deal still needs to catch up a receiver. I'd be very surprised if he pivots. He could snipe. He could snipe the A-Rich click. That'd be kind of funny. I'm good with either one of these guys. Oh, it's painful. Oh, so close. So close. Want to touch the hiney. Arr. Damn, boy. You know, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. Tampa Bay, Arizona. Let's go. Let's go Deontay Johnson. Let's keep it simple. Like, Ladd McConkey's so good, he might be Deontay Johnson. That's like, those are the vibes I get. So, like, if you're drafting Ladd above Deontay Johnson, it's like Deontay Johnson's right there. Like, that's who you're hoping Ladd is. Douglas is the only New England I tend to click, Scoot. I find it hard to believe that Gibson's a bad click at 170. Right? Like, we know he's going to be out there on third down at the very least. I mean, half point PPR, not as valuable, obviously, as full point, but then having just like the certainty as being the RB2 in that range at 170 with the change of pace roll and some third down work. Shit. Like, just give me all the Gibson, I guess. Just give me all the Gibson. Team wants to run the ball, too. Like, New England wants to run the ball. Stevenson also got hurt last year. So, I like both of them. You even had Stevenson come out and say, like, yeah, we want to run a more, like, Cleveland-styled offense this year. Okay, I'm going to listen. Let's see what we get here at 79. I'm okay with reaching up. The problem is... On what? Fuck it. Let's just go Jordan Addison here. We're good for weeks 1 through 3. If he gets that 3-game suspension. And how do we get stronger, right? Since we put off our wide receiver 2, how do we make our team stronger for the playoff push where they're going to have more wide receiver firepower? Well, you get a guy that belongs in the 60s and you give up weeks 1 through 3 with this player. We did a lot of this with Rashee Rice when he fell, falling to 100, 104. How do you make up, going elite QB, elite tight end on the same team, grabbing a hero running back? How do you make up those points at receiver? This is exactly what we did with Rice, with a lot of those builds. And now, shit, if he's not suspended, a lot of those teams are just super teams. I'm not even defending. Like, they're going to be playing from behind, right? If in certain game scripts, it's going to be close games. They have a very good defense. They're going to run the ball. They're probably going to play slow. That benefits both running backs, though. They're going to want to run the ball. Close game scripts benefits the running back. Oh, they're being blown out. Benefits Antonio Gibson. Like, I just don't see a huge negative for both of those guys. O-line's bad. We know that. O-line's bad with plenty of the teams that were drafting their RBs. Burrow goes at 85. Not going to lie. It's kind of mean. It's kind of mean. Let's go Bowers here. Would have loved Ferguson too. Would have loved Ferguson there. He grabbed T. Higgs. He gets first click. Would have been sick. Ferguson, I mean, we don't expect Dak to come back to us anyways, but it's okay. Usually done with RB in that range. Probably smart. Probably smart. RBs do fall off. Now, there are guys that I don't mind mixing in when I have my 3 or 4. But after pick, basically after Ray Day's off the board, after Gibson's off the board, it starts to get muddy, right? You're looking at Bucky Irving, Kendre, Elijah Mitchell fade. Happy about that one, especially with current news about upcoming RBs splitting RB2 work, plus Debo being there. Herbert, Estime, we like mixing those guys. Brendan Allen, I'd like to get this up. Obviously, Rashawn's our guy. Deneric Prince, I think, is interesting, and this is something we covered early in the stream when we first got on. Prince is very interesting in your slow drafts. Your contests that have already filled, 95% of the drafts are filled, maybe 92%, and all that's left is slow drafts. What percent of those slow drafts are even going to click someone like that? If they can be the RB2, or if something does happen to the RB1, like if you get some nut outcome in that case, that could be quite the leverage play. Let's go Chase Brown here. Fun RB to bring in on a double anchor RB build with Taylor and Henry. We'll see who comes back to us. We have options. I don't mind going these RBs. I don't mind going QB. Goddard's there if we want to stop at 2 tight ends. That's probably my least favorite of the plays, but one of these guys is interesting where we don't necessarily need a receiver right now. Chase, Kirk, Ridley, Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison's a fun group. Up in 6 picks. Got a lot of pounders on the back end here. Johnny says 0 negatives. Their prices. Henry and Gibson shares are sharp. Get your Polk. I know, the Polk's. Polk's been tough. Been clicking a lot of RBs in that 130 range. Charbonnet, obviously 20%. Been clicking a lot of Charbs. Freiermuth's another one that was grabbing a lot of our attention. Looks like we get T-Law here. We'll bring in our first QB. And we're on the way to Balance City, boys. We got the Week 16 bring back with Bowers. We got the Week 17 bring back with Ridley. Chef's kiss. The chef's kiss. T-Law, Taylor, Henry, Chase Brown, Chase, Kirk, Ridley, Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison, Bowers. You guys thought we were buried. You guys thought we were out. You guys thought we were done. Came back from the dead with the double RB start. The double anchor hero RB. 2 and 3. It's not easy. Takes some planning. Yeah, I think I like Rico, Ray, and Chuba there. Chuba's been rising. Ford falling. Johnny Wilson not rising is weird. Yeah, Johnny getting some good news today. I saw in the Discord again. If you guys aren't already in the Discord, people share the most important news that's on Twitter all in one place called the Risers and Fallers channel. And him getting some reps with the ones, Johnny Wilson, very interesting. Gabe Davis also having a nice tutty. But someone I see news on every single day is Jalen McMillan. he has a positive blurb about him every single day. If he just has a shit season, that'll be one of the most disappointing moments from preseason. This guy that we liked as a rookie, this guy we liked in the big board, and then him just fail would be tragic. It would be tragic. But even with that news, like this positive news, his price is going to rise. Like he's just going to keep rising. He was our highest click in the 18th round, and he continues to be one of our highest clicks, and he's still rising. He just got into the 170s from the 180s yesterday. Ooh, I like this range coming back to us. What do we want for a QB2? We have Levis, Corm off the board. I don't mind Myers here. I don't mind Downs, but I think getting... I was going to say, we'll let the Wheel of Fortune just spin. We end up getting Polk at 127. We end up getting Polk. We'll see what comes back to us. We let Jesus take the wheel on that one. He just starts... Oh, God. Yeah, Varg. We've been grinding since February, like, 15th for the 2K. Been absolutely grinding. Almost doubling the channel in that time. So appreciate you guys that come out every single day. Comment, like, hit the subscribe button. Guys massaging the YouTube algorithm. It's tough. The algo is a tough beast. But today we got a double stream. Tonight we're going to be back with Tyler Emo Cowboy as well as BBG at 8:15 p.m. I'm sure that's going to be electric. Oh, Tyreek Hill restructured contract just moments ago from Adam Shefty. Contract worth over $90 million, 3 years, includes $65 million guaranteed. Ooh. Okay, so we get Lloyd on the way back to us. This was always going to be the backup plan. This was always going to be the backup plan. He's also a little Week 17 mini with Jordan Addison, which is fun. Yeah, the roller coaster of ADPs, dude, is just... It's wild. And that's why I'm glad that Josh was actually able to add this into bestballoverlay.com. So I can see where the ADPs were in May. See where they've gone. Like Chuba. Chuba's had a little roller coaster himself. Going from 162 to 174. Back up to 160. Let's drop that link. We will, if you guys are interested in that, and I think I fully recommend it to everyone. Promo code Pounders, all caps, will get you 33% off. Brings it from 30 a month to 20. Less than 1 BBM. And it's the heaviest draft month of the season. So literally no better time than now. Yeah, so Tyreek Hill signed a 3-year, $90 million extension, $65 million guaranteed. Holy shit. The fact that he got 3 years at his age is exactly what he was looking for. Obviously, a lot of teams would probably only give him a 2-year deal. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Miami did that. I have to look into the contract, but $65 million guaranteed is a lot. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. We're sitting here with T-Law. Do we get Levis to come back to us? We should be able to. We can go QB here. We can go... Chuba honestly should be rising because of the Brooks news. We'll grab him at 151. Restructured so they can afford Ayuk. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Oh, shit. Everyone's now going to go back and look at the dabs that Ayuk was getting in practice. I know you boys saw that clip. Are those dabs that he got an extension? Of those dabs that he got traded? He got paid? Is it just teammates being teammates? The overthinking this year is so fun. It's so much fun. You guys are all crazy. All right, Douglas off at 157. We're sitting pretty right here. Chase, Kirk, Ridley, Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison, Polk. Bowers at tight end. Comfortable with stopping at 2. We're done at RB. Taylor, Henry, Chase Brown, Lloyd, and Chuba is a fun combo. A little wombo combo. Probably going to be a 3 QB build. We don't have any Seattle, right? No, let's bring in Levis here. We're going to have both sides of this Week 17 game, which isn't a big deal. We do get another little Week 16 mini with JT and the Levis stack out of our QB2. QB2 is going to be the yellow underline. QB1 stack's going to be the green underline. Be able to see it in your player pool as well. Tyler Boyd a stack and then a bring back because we have both QBs. Noah Fanco's after him at 163. I'm pretty cool if we bring in like Bryce Young on this team and we make this a 3 QB stack. We have the double in Carolina as well. We have ideas. We have ideas. Can we execute? Will the boys let us execute? What happened with Brooks? Kazi, basically just sort of what we knew is he's going to start slow. Not going to miss 3 to 4 games. He won't necessarily be inactive, but that was big news that they dropped, even that he's going to potentially miss the first 3 to 4 weeks of the season. Really going to suppress his ADP. And this is why we have so much Chuba in weekly winners. When we're targeting the early portion of the season, he should go very early. And he does go earlier in weekly winners, I've noticed. Right here's the news, right in the Discord, rise or faller section, link in the description for the Discord, completely free. We have like 350 people in here. Shout out to all you boys that keep this thing running. Jonathan Brooks will not play in any preseason games. Could start season on PUP. They're looking at maybe week 3 or 4. Honestly, kind of what I expected. Oh, the McMillan right before us. Ooh. What a snip. What a snipe. Let's go likely in this spot. Let's hashtag live a little bit. Let's bring in likely here. I'm not opposed to a 3rd tight end, but I think we can also lean into these 2. Maybe we get likely playing in more 12 in Baltimore, and we can lean on these 2. We have 3 picks left. One's going to be a QB. 2 are going to be receivers. That's sort of the way I see this going. Sort of the way I see this one landing. We should be able to get Bryce Young for free. I don't see a ton of people like wanting to bring him in. Okay. This is a Hyatt Theo Johnson round 18 team. We also have, is Drake May off the board? Drake May is still there too. Ooh, this guy's got 4 QBs. Boy, chill. I mean, just chill a little bit. That's all we're asking. Okay? Kyler and Jordan Love's a nice combo, so he should be done. Ooh, maybe we like Drake May combo better. I like this better. Let's do it. We're bringing in Drake May. Drake May, Will Levis, and T-Law is a fun 3 QB combo. Joe Milton's better than Drake. Milton is a freak, though. Athletic freak. Ooh, a little Bo Nix on the run on 3rd down. Hit Cortland Sutton in the end zone for a tutty. Here's an interesting Underdog username, just they. You can tell who got on Underdog early. We were lucky to make ours our YouTube name since you can't switch. Surprisingly, we've had people find the channel because of us naming it that way, so it has helped a little bit. Maybe a little 1%er. It goes back to the way that we started, actually. Just absolutely grinding on Twitter. Searching people's Underdog usernames. DMing them, saying, nice draft, saw you in the 4-hole. You were on the live stream that had 2 people in it. One me, and then one was... it was all right, there was 3 people in the live stream. 2 were me, and one was Ben. Shout out to Ben, longtime listener and still with us today. Ben's got the nuts. Hashtag a real one. Grind your way into the space. 2 receivers to end this one. 2 receivers to end this one seems correct. The icon, don't do it, boy. Don't do it. Shocks have been here since last June. Long time listener. Long time. Yeah, we're scrolling down for the DN. We're scrolling down. Oh, Boyd's one of them. It's okay. It's okay. As long as you don't grab both, we'll be happy. As long as we don't get double dicked. Okay? All right. Let's bring in Javon Baker. Would have been nice to get Boyd and Baker, but we probably wasn't even possible. Let's bring in Javon. Get that late New England double stack. Chase, Kirk, Ridley, Jonathan Johnson, Jordan Addison, Polk, and Baker. Probably could lean into this group too, but like, why not bring in an 8th receiver and lean into these tight ends? I think that's more than okay to lean into these guys. Yeah, exactly. Keep scrolling. It's down there somewhere. Fun little last click idea. If Roman Wilson's still there, we're going Roman Wilson. Okay. So, Andre is going to be a little more common, obviously, in this contest. Dortch, Roman Wilson, a couple clicks off the board that we would have went. I also don't mind these 3. Even Josh Reynolds has been running with the 1s. Right now, seen as the 2nd favorite target. Chiggy's still there at freaking 194. I kind of like Tez, but maybe Khalif Raymond. Get a Detroit piece. Let's go Khalif Raymond here. Not going to be drafted in every single draft. Maybe even someone that just pads the New England team. New England's going to have bad games or games that they just play on the ground. And then Minnesota with Jordan Addison might miss the first 3 games. And it's just nice to have a Detroit piece. There's no way we forget to turn on the fan again on the cam. Almost perfect timing, too. It almost lasted. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I liked how this team came out, though. This was our first Rottweiler. It's a $25 entry. We're going to be ripping the last 3 on stream tomorrow. We got a ton of correlation in this one. We got week 16, week 17 games. We got both QBs week 17. Not something we're going to do often, but Will Levis was just part of the 3 QB build, especially after we get sniped on Burrow, but he goes to the Higgins team. Nothing you can do about that. Dude, I honestly think Treylon Burks is going to be playing special teams. I don't see myself bringing in a ton of Treylon Burks. He wasn't even someone we were drafting in the 20 rounds. Let me pull up the big board. Like, a lot of people had a heavy bag on Treylon. I just couldn't. Yeah, 2.5%. So I've just been fading. Trey McBride price, though, especially early, was killer. Kendre Miller, obviously rip, but like, who knew about the hamstring, right? It's kind of just a fat L you have to take. Waddle start at 40. That's the one I'm really excited for. All right, let's pull up that draft. Let's review those teams real quick. And guys, don't forget, if you did enjoy today's live stream, to go down, hit the like. It helps us push the video to more viewers, and it's greatly appreciated. I probably passed it. There it is. Let's see if the camera cooled down. It literally only takes a minute with that fan on. All right, the icon in the 4 spot with Lamar and Geno Smith. Nice pairing. David Montgomery, Mostert, Robinson, Zeke is RB4, Chubb is RB5, and Elijah Mitchell. I mean, there's definitely a good amount of capital here. I think you can stop at Chubb, but I'm okay with this. It might have been a luxury pick. Amon-Ra, Debo, DK, Lockett, Rashad Bateman, Quentin Johnson, Tyler Boyd, and Tez. I like Tez for this team with Bateman and Andrews. Very elite at tight end. Yes, looks like a well-balanced team. You are leaning into, a couple of these pieces at least helping. You're hoping at least that Baltimore has a wide receiver too in this case that's not named Mark Andrews. Quentin Johnston at 189. It's worth mixing them in. I will say at 189, based on like who's there, it's worth mixing him in. Yes, Chark's going to be in the mix as well, but an older style vet. He's not going to be able to take all those snaps as wide receiver 3 in that offense. Quentin Johnston looking like freaking old school Nelson Aguilar. Like the meme of the guy that caught the baby from the apartment that was on fire. Like, we out here catching babies. Dude, QJ, I know it's overblown, but it's real. Like, the drops are real. You should not be seeing that many drops on Twitter every single day as like highlight films. But at 189, hell yeah. Mix it in. Cheese also in the live stream with Hurts and Daniels. Talk about rushing upside. James Cook, Aaron Jones, Zach Moss, Estime, Braylon Allen, and Will Shipley. Fun 3 rookies at the end here. Take the slide on Zach Moss at 106. A.J. Brown, Collins, Zay Flowers, Christian Watson, Curtis Samuel. So 5 receivers through Samuel. Brings in Downs and Dotson. Nice. And then 3 tight ends. Super well balanced. Super well balanced team. Obviously very strong at QB. He has the double stack in Washington, has a double with Philly, has the bring back Philly versus Washington week 16. No other game stacks, but it looks nice. Again, this contest has a 90-team final, so it is going to play a little more like a cash game, so you don't really have to focus on getting those game stacks. It's nice to get a single stack, but overstacking, it's definitely not a high priority in this style contest. Rodgers, Derek Carr, and Baker Mayfield at 182. Little value there. It's funny that you get Mayfield after Carr. Baker just uncorrelated, just using him as an advance rate piece. Now it makes sense. Stevenson, Najee Harris, Williams, Ford, and Eckler. I like the RB room. Not the absolute highest of upside, but 3 RBs by Javonte, Jerome Ford at 110. I mean, his ADP should be higher than 126, so I don't mind reaching up for Ford. Wilson, London, Pickens, Amari Cooper, Worthy, O'Dunes. Nice. So 6 receivers through O'Dunes, and then brings in a couple less drafted pieces. And then Frymington Henry's okay to lean into. Lazard's at least going to be the guy until Corley can figure out his role, and they might put him in some sort of like Mickey Mouse type role with Corley, swing routes and maybe some movement. But Alan Lazard definitely going to have that role early on, the early trust with Rodgers versus the rookie. I mean, it's kind of predictable, but we'll see if Corley can take that over towards the end of the season. But it is a late stacking partner with Rodgers. Just leaning in on Aaron Rodgers here, leaning in on just these guys being good advance rate QB's values for going so late. But it looks well balanced. Looks well balanced. Joe Burrow and Staffy. Burrow at 85 to go with Higgins, I saw. Warren, Spears, Singletary, Dowdle, Charbonnet, and Bucky Irving. Fun RB group here. Puka, Marv, Tank Dell, T. Higgs, Reed, Douglas, Dortch, and Roman Wilson. And then Pitts and John is a cool combo. Get the double for the bring back in the Rams-Arizona Dome game. This is the hover option for the game totals is dynamically updated by DK. I believe this was at 47.5 and now it's 48. So the betting market already taking the over on that game. T. Higgs, single stack. I like it. I mean, it's a nice team. You're leaning into these guys staying healthy. Joe Burrow could just be a good value, especially at where like Stroud goes, some of these other pocket passing QBs. 5 receivers through Reed. Next one's Douglas, Dortch, and Roman Wilson at 205. Yeah, this is a cool team. That's definitely a sick team. And then for the listeners, T-Law, Levis, and Drake May. Taylor Henry went 2 RBs through 3 rounds. Bring it back with Chase Brown, Lloyd, and Chuba. Jamar Chase, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison is wide receiver 5. Polk, Baker, and Raymond. Bowers and Likely. I like how our team turned out too. Let's name it real quick. Is it August 3rd? Stop. Oh my. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's live stream, you're still with me, go down, drop a like. We're going to be back again tonight at 8:15 p.m. Eastern with Tyler Emo Cowboy, as well as BBG, the Bestball guy. And we hope to see you tonight. Make sure you guys check out bestballoverlay.com on your way out and drop the sub if you enjoyed today's live stream. Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you tonight. Pounders.